I'm Jyoti Mishra, and I'm Associate Professor in Information Management in Leeds University Business School. My research area is in circular economy, sustainable supply chain, and I'm looking into technology use in organizations. So my key research areas are to look into how technology can be an enabler for circular economy and for sustainability. So today I'll be talking a little bit about some of the research and the findings that we have published in the area of sustainability and food supply chain itself. So as the global population is continuing to grow, of course, there is the concerns around food scarcity. However, it is worth noting that the issue isn't so much about the lack of production, but it is more about the significant wastage into our systems. So just to clarify that further, in the developing countries, the food waste is primarily happening at the farming end or at the supply chain stages. So while moving food from the farm to the retailers. So implementing different types of technologies such as cold food supply chain sensors can actually help in the food reduction or the reduction in the wastage. However, in the developed nations, such as in the United Kingdom, the problem lies at the consumer end. So as you can imagine, like around 70% of the food that is like wastage in the UK happens at people's home. So that's nearly around 6.6 million tons of food is wasted annually. But then out of that, nearly 4.5 million tons of that food is actually edible. So what we have found in our research as well is to address these issues, we need to think about the nomenclature shift. So for example, instead of calling it a food wastage, we need to call it surplus food, because once you start calling it surplus food, then that changes people's mindset, and then you'll start thinking about, or it will start encouraging people towards the redistribution rather than throwing or disposing of that food. The other things that even within business school we are trying to do is make people aware of their dietary choices, and then also promote vegan or vegetarian food, because we all know that meat production has got high carbon intensive, or it is more carbon intensive. So initiatives like Meat-Free Mondays could be options that we could provide to the staff and students at the university. The other thing that we found in our work was maybe there is a need for community-based efforts. So let's say like to encourage people to do something else with the food that is like leftovers. For example, they could run classes, so it can help people in coming together and understanding about what else could be done with that food instead of throwing it away. However, what we have found is it could have different, the engagement could be different based upon the socio-economical groups itself. And also stakeholder engagement is something else that is very important. So I think in general, I still believe that by collectively addressing food waste, we can make a significant impact both on the environment, but also on the world hunger itself. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.